Smile, 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 show it so wide, let your teeth sparkle.
Hi everyone, you're welcome to Let's Talk Mouth with Ade Kenny. Yes, today I'm bringing you another fun time with your mouth. Did you know that the type of toothbrush that you use matters? I'm sure some people don't even understand that, what to check for when they're looking for toothbrush. Yes, the type of toothbrush that you use matters. Most times we just think it's about brushing. Let me just get it done with. No. When you're talking about toothbrush, you're talking about comfort. You're talking about reliability. You're talking about, is it doing what it's supposed to do? There are different types of toothbrush in terms of bristles. When we're talking about bristles, we're talking about, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. When you're talking about bristles, you're talking about the mouth of your toothbrush. This mouth of your toothbrush that you see. And when you buy your toothbrush, you see either it's written on it medium, you see it's written on it soft bristle, or it's written on it hard bristle. See, let me tell you something. Hard bristle, or that thing they call smoker's toothbrush, it's a no. It hurts your gum. It wears away your gum for some reason. Are you getting it? And I don't know why so many people like it. Are you a smoker? Why are you looking for smoker's toothbrush around the mall? Why? Explain to me why. The best bristle for you you usually use a soft bristle or a medium bristle if it is written correctly. But sometimes you go to the mall and it is actually written on it. Let me use this for example. I'm going to try to hide the name of the tooth. I'm going to try to hide the name of the tooth brush so that it doesn't feel like I'm spoiling market. You get it? But it's written on this soft. However, on opening it, you realize that the bristle is as hard as, what can I call it? Those brush that they used to brush shoes in Africa. All those hard brush that they used to scrub ground, is as hard as that. Can you see? Can you see the bristle of this? It's very hard, yet it's written on it soft. So, but the question comes to, okay, this thing is already sealed now. How do I know that I'm going to be buying a very hard toothbrush when obviously it's written on it soft? What I tell people is that there's a hack that I use in recognizing if what they say concerning the bristle is really soft. Most times what I do is I get the toothbrush, get my light. Yes, I spend so much time doing that. You can either get a light or get a good lightning. And make sure that you look at the bristle of the brush under a very good light. Most times when your bristle is very soft or your bristle is medium, it will be like a semi-transparent bristle. So you know that definitely this bristle is not hard. So, but because sometimes when you try to press it, it doesn't work because the what is used to package the toothbrush sometimes doesn't allow you to free the bristle. So you don't actually really know that it's hard until you open it. So sometimes you just look at it under the light. Then you see like it's kind of like semi-transparent, as if you can see through the bristle. And the truth is, there are different types of bristle. Bristles are made like, there's something called nylon bristle. That when you see it, it's so soft, it feels like a nylon. And there's something called, bristles made from organic substance. There's some bristles that even made from animal skin. Yeah, I've seen that, in some toothbrushes and all that. But the major thing is look for what is soft. And immediately you open it and it's very hard. Like for instance, you can see the difference between this toothbrush. This toothbrush it feels like a medium toothbrush. Why this is hard? It's obviously hard. Even when you feel it is hard. But if you look at, I don't know if you can see it under the light. You can see the difference in the bristle. This is like a semi-transparent bristle, while this is a bit hard. However, for some, even though this is medium, it's still a bit harsh on the gum. The second thing also is that, look at this. The length of the area of the bristle that goes into the mouth sometimes is wide. It's too wide for some people's mouth. That's why I say go for comfort. Is it allowing you to brush properly? Because by the time you insert this into your mouth and you realize that it's not comfortable for you, that is not the toothbrush to use. Are you getting it? For instance, I see some people use this kind of toothbrush for a child. That's not the kind of toothbrush you should use for a child, because obviously it doesn't bring about comfort. It should be small enough and large enough to make sure that it brushes the area of your teeth without actually hurting your gums. Are you getting it? The other thing that you must look at is handle. I'm trying to cover the names on this toothbrush so that I don't spoil market for anybody. I'm just, the handle must be comfortable enough to turn the 45 degrees at which you're brushing, because it's very, very important. For instance, if I'm supposed to brush, I'm opening my mouth like this, I'm tilting my brush to a 45 degrees, to an angle of 45 degrees. I'm supposed to brush from my gum gently up. Taking it like, let's say, section by section. Like I'm taking 3 teeth down, I'm brushing up. There's some toothbrushes that the angles are done in a weird way that it doesn't bring that comfort for your hand to maneuver. Are you getting? And I usually advise, except you have dexterity issues, when I mean movement issues with your hand, I usually just advise people to get a brush that is straight. There's some brush that are curved, but most times it's to give those people that have like dexterity issues or issues with moving a lot, to allow them handle their toothbrush very well despite the angle. So I'll just say, go for comfort, go for what is reliable, and always check what is written on a toothbrush. Don't just assume and just and buy anything. Are you getting it? Make sure that you're buying what is right for you, and it's very, very important. And next time I'm going to be talking on, people have asked me, oh, should I get an electric toothbrush? Should I get a manual toothbrush? Should I spend all that money getting an electric toothbrush? Follow me next time. I'm going to be talking about electric toothbrush. I'm going to be talking also about the techniques of brushing, and if you're brushing right. And also, subsequently, I'm also going to be talking about bleeding gums. So please drop in the comments, what are your concerns, in your daily lives when it has to do with brushing, or your mouth, the things that you're concerned about. And I'm going to talk about that. But this is not to replace your appointment with your dentist. As much as possible, I always tell people, make sure you keep your 6-month appointment with your dentist. It will save your life. It will save your money. And until then, I'll see you next time. So, what kind of toothbrush are you or do you use on a regular basis? Tell me about it. What are your concerns about toothbrush? Do you feel they're not brushing hard enough? Yeah, it's not about brushing hard. It's about brushing well. See you next time, and bye. Bye.
Brush, brush, it makes your teeth bright. Keep them clean and strong.